Welcome back to FBTV. I'm Robert Blanche and we're here at the Pullman on King George Square for the 2013 Football Brisbane season launch. We're here to celebrate the new season come 2013 with the 12 sides in the new revamped Brisbane Premier League and of course the 10 teams in the Diamond League for women here in the southeast corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. For any of you who don't know me, I'm Reuben Robertson, the General Manager at Football Brisbane. Thank you all for coming tonight, the start of the 2013 season.
We're here at the Pullman on King George Square and I'm joined on the lounge by player from the South East Queensland Diamond League Redland United side, Alice Grant. Alice, first of all, welcome to the pre-season launch.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Okay, going around again in the South East Queensland League again this year. Fairly successful last year. Could have been better, but I'm thinking that this year you'll be looking to regain your title as the benchmark in women's football here in Brisbane.
Yeah, to be honest, it was going to be a tough year last year, so to even make the final in the end was a big step for us. And look, it's still a bit sore, the subject, but hey, we made the final and someone's got to win on the day, so that's how it goes. But this year we're definitely back out there to reclaim our position.
Tonight is a very special night for Football Brisbane. It has been in the making since 2008. Tonight is not just about the launch, the end product, the outcome. It's also about the journey of how we got there. And I'm going to take you through that journey briefly and then finish up with some acknowledgements for some special people that made tonight very special, because without these people we would not be here tonight.
A number of players from the side moved on and up to the W League at various clubs, not just Brisbane. That must be encouraging for players at the club, knowing that you are actually on view, and if you can put the effort in and have the form that they require, there's an opportunity for a chance to play at a higher level.
Yeah, definitely. We've always known that we've got quality players at the club, so our skill level is never an issue. It's just bonding together and making it happen on the day. So those younger girls that are coming through, and especially the APL teams now and the girls there, can see that, yes, you can go further and you can play club and get noticed to get into the W League. So it's a good step for them to see that they can progress and there isn't just an end for them.
2008, Mr. Michael Bailey, the then president, and the Zone Council came up with a vision, a concept to make Football Brisbane a better football zone. I'd like to acknowledge those people that Michael got together, because they did an exceptional job. Michael Bailey was the chairman of that Premier Review Committee. We had Neil Sullivan, North Star, Sam Safe, Wolves, Kieran Cooper, Rochdale, Joe Fennick, Taringa, and then he moved up to the North Coast, up to North Queensland. We had Russell Somerville, myself. We had Trish Durin taking minutes, and then we involved Bill Dawson right towards the end, who went around the clubs and did the audits on the facilities. So on behalf of the Zone Council, I'd like to thank every one of those people I've just mentioned.
I've grabbed coach of North Star FC, Brian Hastings, on his way in. I've already spoken to Troy and he's given me some insights, so we'll see what the answers are coming out of yourself. Now, seriously though, Brian, young side, but from what I've seen, competitive and will develop into, I think, a very good football side over time.
Yeah, Blanchy, the boys are very, very young. I think I got one old boy there at about 27, and then the next is 22 down to 17. So it's a young team. We'll compete. I'm happy the way the development's going. I just want to keep everybody honest that I play against, at that stage. And then if results go our way, then we'll worry about what happens down the track. Take 1 week at a time. Try and create some depth. On Wednesday we played a good game and we created depth in the club. Gave some young boys a go. gave the 5 youngest lads the penalties, so which was great. Great experience for them, yeah.
1st of March 2013, we will see the first kick-off. And it's remiss of me, I didn't even ask Ruben or Alan Eadie, who's here, who the first game is, but I apologise for that. But the first kick-off is on the Friday night, the 1st of March. We are hoping that as many people as possible get out there and see the kick-off, because I think it's going to be a special night, and it's going to be a great competition all year.
One of the things that you're probably known for, probably more than first team coaching, is the development role. So I see the fact that you've got a young side coming off, years at Rochdale and other places where you have developed a lot of young players into first team players. I see that as something that these young lads, if they can stick to it, are going to benefit from greatly over this season and probably into the future.
Yeah, totally agree, mate. Yeah, my forte is working with young lads. We all know my experience I had last year didn't work with older lads, and I've really got a bunch of boys. The one thing the people in the club are saying is that the harmony in the dressing room is very important, and it's showing. There's some good lads that want to play for each other, good bonding. What happens next is watch the space. Let's hope we do well.
And one more thing before I move into the announcements is, if the silver boot is any taste of the standard of football, let me tell you, it's fantastic. I've seen nearly every game except I think 2, and the BPL standard is well above any other competition. So the coaches and the directors of coaching and the presidents and everyone on the committees should be very proud of themselves, because we have got one very good competition. Others are envy of it.
Speaking with John Ogden, recently appointed coach again, I suppose, is the comment, at Brisbane Force FC in their promotion up to the BPL this year. How's it looking out Richland's way for Brisbane Force in season 2013, John?
Okay, well, first of all, we're very excited to be back into this league. It's the first time in the top league. We are a little bit behind the 8 ball at the minute in terms of our preparation. We were admitted very late, about 10 weeks behind the rest of the club, so it wasn't a great start for us. I took a year off coaching senior football last year, but I've stepped back into it now with myself and my brother, so we'll be looking after the top side, and we're very confident. While it may be a slow start, we'll be a force to be reckoned with come the end of the year.
And ladies and gentlemen, for 2013, Football Brisbane is proud to announce the major sponsor for the Brisbane Premier League. We've got the Trophy Superstore. So I'd like to invite Ian up to the stage to say a few words, and if everyone could put their hands together for Ian Stewart.
Evening all. I know sponsors are pretty boring, so I'll keep this brief. My wife didn't come tonight because she was fearful I'd waffle on even longer than Rob did. So she decided to stay at home. The Trophy Superstore has been privileged to work closely and receive the support of Football Brisbane over the last 3 years that I've been the proprietor of the shop, and we are very excited to be the major sponsor of the Brisbane Premier League for 2013. The decision to strengthen the partnership was very easy, and this is due to the great team at Football Brisbane, who make it very easy to work with. We believe in giving back to the community that supports us, and it's a great pleasure for us to come on board as the major sponsor, and we look forward to the exciting times and the competition in 2013.
I'm talking to Graham Ross, coach of Lions FC. Graham, season hasn't started, Silver Boot has performed well in that, and at this stage, going by the majority of pundits, Lions are one of the favourites for this season. You comfortable with that tag?
Not really. I'd rather be flying under the radar this time of the year. But Oh, you know, we're quite comfortable with where we're starting, the starting point anyway. Last year I had to basically build a whole new squad. This year we've retained all the players I wanted to retain, and just it's about, you know, building on what we did last year. So contenders, I don't know about that, but we'd like to think, you know, we'll be up there about.
What about the standard of the media coverage of the league this season? Are you got any expectations on that?
Well, as long as Blanchie's involved. I mean, Blanchie's, you know, been around now for a few years, and his interviews are still rubbish, but they're getting better. If it was a most improved for interviewer of the year, he'd get it every year. But he gets away with it because of his personality, and I love it. He makes me laugh, and what he does is now folklore in football in Brisbane. Yeah, I mean, when he used to come, I used to think he was selling the Watchtower because he looks like a Jehovah's Witness, but I'd buy one off him, and I wouldn't say that to anybody, you know, because I like Blanchy, I like his personality, I like when he stuffs everything up, which is a lot.
So you've only got good things to say about him, is that what you're trying to say?
On camera, yeah.
Anyway, to move on though, we will now move to the important part where we bring in the players, coaches, and, or I should say the players, the presidents or their representatives. And I will be, while calling the name of the coach, I don't expect them to come up to the stage at this point. So if I could have the players in the first instance to come up with the president or his representative, come to my right, come around and receive the special plaque that's being handed out by Rob as far as the inaugural season of the Brisbane Premier League. So if I could have currently from Albany Crete, Mr Claude Sabello and Damien Austin, and the coach is John Cartwright. From Brisbane Force, Jim Riley and Neeland Brown, being coached by John and Andrew Ogden. From Capella, Ian Challoner, Scott Sargent as the player, and Sean Curtis is the coach. Eastern Suburbs, Glenn Brown as president, Ryan Stenhouse, and Steve Glockner as the coach. We must have some shy presidents, they don't want to come up. Okay. Ipswich Knights, we have Todd Hunt as president, representative, Andrew Drager as the player, and Mark Dykeman as coach. Lions FC, Hank Molly as president, Greg Thomas the player, and Graham Ross head coach. Logan Lightning, Ray Vine president, Anthony Rudkin player, and Nick Croydon coach. The North Star, Troy Yule president, Michaela Hastings as the player, and Brian Hastings as coach. Peninsula Power, Bill Smith as a representative, Luke Gorsey as the player, Warren Moon and Scott McNichol as the coaches. Rochdale Rovers, Kieran Cooper as the representative, Terry Hughes as the player, and Kieran is coach. I'm needing a hand to get up here.
Yes.
UQFC, David Smith president, Peter Moore player, and Kevin Leacock as coach. And our final club, Wolves FC, Richard Tanowski as president, Kristen Mortars as the player, and Sam Safe coach. Now, with every competition, of course, we need our match officials. So tonight we have Anton Shatanen, Nathan Scott, Jackie Herford, and Lara Smith. The 2013 Brisbane Premier League, sponsored by Trophy Superstore.
Club versus club. For it, against it, you think it's a good thing? Or do you see it as a potential speed hump along the way?
Oh, look, it is what it is. My opinions on that kind of stuff, I try and keep to myself at the moment because, to be fair, it changes every 5 minutes. So at the moment, it's club v club. It's good. I'm happy with it. So yeah, that's all I need to say on that, I suppose.
We'll move on to our other half of the competition, the SEQ Diamond League clubs, and this year we have Annalee, President Kevin Hanna, player Natalie Tathan, coach Phil Canham. Eastern Suburbs, President Glenn Brown, the player Suzanne McKean, and the coach Jeff Herford. Ipswich Knights, the representative president for tonight, Todd Hunt. The player is Hannah Bianchi, and coach Mark Turner. Our new entrant this year, Palm Beach, President Representative Gary French, who is also the coach, and the player Amy Moreland. Peninsula Power, the rep obviously was Bill Smith, the player will be Melissa Furigal, and the coach Dave McDonald. Redlands United, coach Ray Dow, and the player Alice Grant. South United, who are also new to the comp this year, with a player Kim Hopper, coach Wayne Hammond. Taringa Rovers, player is Stevie Wisson, and the coach Kelvin Wheeler. The Gap, with our player being Ruth Blackburn and coach Rob Askew. The final team, which was Toowoomba Raiders, unfortunately had car trouble on the way down here, haven't been able to make it. The player would have been Chantel Trapp, and Nick Kirby is the coach. That rounds out the competition, but we'll also bring again our match officials for the that we need, with Jackie Herford, Lara Smith, Anton Shatinen, and Nathan Scott. And there you are, ladies and gentlemen, the Diamond League for 2013.
I'm speaking with Claude Sorbello, President of Albany Creek Football Club. Claude, I know for a fact there's a lot of work being done, development work, both on and off the field at Albany Creek. Lots of construction down Walter Parkway at the moment.
Yes, Blanchy, we endeavoured a bit of madness, I guess. We endeavoured into trying to renovate Walter Park and extend it. So through the off-season, we've been in construction mode, and we're adding 560 square metres of clubhouse, which is going to be made up of new change rooms, a recovery room and a gymnasium, and an extension to the clubhouse. And yeah, it's been a very busy off-season, very, very busy off-season.
The final group tonight is our Sapphire League. Tonight, Sapphire League's first team, Albany Creek, player Joanne Fisher, coach Stephen McAteer. Eastern Suburbs, Courtney Donsky is the player, and Karen Longbottom, coach. Mitchelton, with Joe Duffy as the player and Peter Hodgkin as the coach. Peninsula Power, with Samantha Harrington as the player and Jamie Kerwin as the coach. Redlands United with Chelsea Lees as the player and Ray Dower as the coach. South United with Charmaine Johnson as our player and Wayne Hammond as the coach. Taringa Rovers with Christy New and Rob Kirby as the coach. The Gap with Pam Grant being the player and Andrew Harvey as coach. And finally, UQFC with Shannon Boys as the player and Michael Genvey as coach. And that is our Sapphire League teams for 2013.
I'm speaking with President of Football Brisbane, Rob O'Connor, recently stepping up from the long-term Vice President's role to fill the void left by Mike Bailey. First of all, how are you enjoying the job as the President of Football Brisbane, Rob?
Blanchy, the first 3 months in this position has been an eye-opener. I now know what Michael has been putting up for the last 6 or 7 years, and with a lot of issues that I've had to deal with over the last 3 months, it's been exciting, rewarding and challenging.
I can well imagine. Skirting around the outsides of it, I'm confused most of the time, but that's probably not so different from what I normally am. What are your expectations as President for the future of football in the Brisbane region?
My expectations, starting with the new Premier League that starts on the 1st of March with the first kick-off, we wanted to put together the next step, I suppose, in Football Queensland's words, the community-based football, but at a very high level. And from what I've seen of late, we have got a very good standard of football. So looking forward to not just the seniors, but all the way down to juniors. And I'm sure that the standard will be quite good and high. And over the next coming year or two, when we sort out the more, put a better, I suppose, approach to football into juniors, the standard will raise even better.
And there we have it, the end of the 2013 Football Brisbane pre-season launch. We've spoken to a few people. We've not spoken to everyone, but we'll get around to those throughout the season. But those we have spoken to have given us a various and wide range of answers to some very simple questions. We've got some very complicated answers. We've had a little bit of humour, a little bit of seriousness, and a lot of things in between. We'll be back next time when we hit for the first game of the season, coming up on the 1st of March. So join us on FBTV then. I'm Robert Blanche. We'll see you when we're looking at you.